Happy Wednesday, everybody. Today we're going to learn about the volume of a cone, and I hope all of you, before starting this lesson, watch the quick 1-minute video called "A Volume of a Cone" to see the relationship of a cone to a cylinder, and that will help you to understand where we derive our formula for finding the volume of a cone that we're going to be using today. So if we go to our guided notes today, the volume of a cone, all right, here's what a cone looks like up here in the upper right-hand corner. And the formula is 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So yesterday you learned pi r squared times the height is the formula for finding the volume of a cylinder, but the volume of a cone is 1/3 of that. And like you saw in the video, it took 3 cones to fill one cylinder of the same diameter and the same height. And since 3 cones of the same diameter and same height are needed to fill one cylinder of the same diameter and same height, the volume of a cone is therefore 1/3 the volume of a cylinder, or 1/3 pi r squared times the height. So all you're going to be doing today is multiplying by 1/3 the same formula that you learned yesterday. Okay, so let's look at our first example of a cone here. We have this cone down here that has a height of 24 and a radius of 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to say volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times my height. So as I just simply substitute things in their proper place, I have 1/3, which is going to be times 3.14, which is pi, times the radius, which is 8, and that's going to be radius squared. And then my height is 24. All right. So what I do next is I come over here to my calculator. And I'm going to type in 1/3 times 3.14 times the radius squared, which is 8x squared, times my height of 24, and that gives me a volume of 1,607.68, which we're going to round to the 10th, so that's going to be 1,607.7. So I come back over here, and volume equals 1,607.7. So that is the volume of this particular cone. Now, if we look at the next cone, the ice cream cone here, I have a height of 4, but this time I have a diameter of 2.5. So yesterday I told you we were going to get more into diameters today. So let's remember that a diameter, that when we look at a diameter, that a radius is the diameter divided by 2, or half of my diameter. So in this case, my radius is going to be 2.5 divided by 2. So if I do that on my calculator, 2.5 divided by 2, I get 1.25. So my radius that I'm going to use for this problem is 1.25. So we'll start over here. Volume equals 1/3 pi r squared times my height. So the volume equals 1/3 times 3.14. My radius is 1.25 squared. And then my height is going to be 4. So let's go to the calculator then. And again, we're going to type 1/3. So that's going to be 1. Use your division symbol to make the fraction. So there's 1/3 times 3.14 times 1.25 squared, because that's my radius squared, times my height of 4. and that's going to equal 6.541666667. So we're looking at our 10th position, so it's going to be 6.5. All right, so that's all there is to volume. So when you go to your assignment today, pay very close attention to these problems. There's 8 of them. But you see, number 1 is a radius. Number 2 is a diameter because it's going all the way across. So number 2, you're going to be finding the diameter. You're going to use your diameter and then find the radius. Number 4 has a diameter. Number 5 has a diameter. Number 7 has a diameter. So remember, take all of those diameters and divide them by 2, so that way you can have your radius. All right, come and see me on Google Meet if you have any questions. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.